It's a middleweight mashup in Saudi Arabia. Dan Tom here with MMA Junkie to help you break down the main event for UFC on ABC 6 between Robert Whittaker and Ikram Aliskerov. Aliskerov was initially supposed to compete the week prior, but was pulled from his matchup to help salvage this fight when Khamzat Chimaev unfortunately had to pull out due to a violent illness per Dana White. At the time of this video, the odds makers and the public are siding in the favor of the former champion Robert Whittaker in the neighborhood of minus 158, with your comeback on the underdog Aliskerov in the neighborhood of plus 124. Now, the odds makers initially opened this line even as public money that has backed the Reaper Robert Whittaker, and I don't blame them. Bobby Knuckles is the more proven product. However, I would argue that even though Khamzat Chimaev comes with a much more hype attached to him than Aliskerov and holds a win over Aliskerov, being Aliskerov's lone career loss, I do believe that Chimaev was more of a straightforward matchup for Whittaker, kind of having to survive the storm, really lean on his counter grappling skills and press a striking advantage, whereas Aliskerov has that combat sambo and that wrestling, but he's got a little bit more of a patient process and fundamental striking style. He actually has a jab. He has gotten better with his kick defense. However, he still is a bit plotty. I think the timing changes can get him from Whittaker, and I do see Whittaker's kicks having a particular effect. However, if Aliskerov wants to change gears with his lead-sided kicks or knees, he might be able to surprise Whittaker. It's a weird matchup, but I'm going to back the proven product as I tend to do, for better or for worse. But to see whether I think Whittaker is actually going to break his decision streak and maybe get a KO here or a decision or pathways for the underdog Aliskerov, well, you're going to have to check out my in-depth breakdown over at MMAJunkie.com, where you can find results this weekend.